Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. Today's video is my Ateez song tag. It's April 3rd, it's Seonghwa's birthday. Ateez are currently performing in London, which is where I am right now as this is going live. So I thought, why not do an Ateez song tag to celebrate? Honestly, I love all of their songs. They don't do any skippable tracks. I did manage to narrow it down to 8 songs, but they only have 2 mini albums. They don't have a very big discography anyway. So I've literally only left off 1 or 2 songs. I'm going to be pairing these 8 songs with different books. I always think this is a good idea when I go to do it, and I get really excited and I translate the lyrics and I get so into it and I'm like, yeah, let's match books to these songs, and then, you know, my goldfish brain kicks in. I struggle to remember things and I don't read enough contemporary for some of the lighter songs. But I tried. So no one lynch me if some of these are a bit of a reach, okay? I had to make it work with books and the books I read. Song number 1 is Pirate King, and the lyrics of Pirate King obviously have the words Pirate King in them. Duh. But the song lyrics mention pirates and a few pirate related things, but there's also lyrics saying we can be whatever we want, we can overcome anything, put away your dark hearts, and all of that kind of had me in mind of like a hopeful pirate adventure kind of thing, if that makes sense. Plus the video for it has some really epic scenery, so I decided to pick a really epic pirate book, and I picked These Rebel Waves by Sarah Rash. I tried really hard not to pick a pirate book for Pirate King, okay? I was like, you cannot pick a pirate book for Pirate King just because it's called Pirate King. I tried really hard, okay? But I had to. My eyes kept being drawn to this. There's an epic journey, there's things our characters need to overcome, and in Adeluna and Vex's case, they need to, you know, bond and become friends. And honestly, I just couldn't not pick a pirate book for this. It just has pirate vibes, okay? And it freaking has Pirate King in the actual lyrics, okay? You hear them say it, Pirate King, right there in the lyrics. These Rebel Waves features pirates known as stream raiders, and they basically pirate the island of Grace Loray's magical plants and sell them on the black market. One stream raider in particular, Vex, who is one of our main characters, is captured and is currently in the dungeons when an Agridian delegate who's on Grace Loray for peace talks goes missing. One of our other main characters, Adeluna, goes and frees Vex from the dungeons because she thinks there's more going on with the missing Agridian delegate, and Vex is an expert navigator. Meanwhile, the Crown Prince of Agrid, who is obsessed with Grace Loray's forbidden magic, and you know, he shouldn't be because Agrid is super religious. They don't like magic. He's given the task of reversing Agrid's fear of magic. Bennett is walking a very fine line involving heresy. Adeluna is struggling to adjust to no longer being a child soldier after fighting in the war against Agrid, and Vex is struggling with a darkness all of his own. All 3 of them are haunted, all 3 of them are scarred by their past, but you watch them overcome it throughout the course of this book, and this book is so freaking vivid. It has some brilliant settings and it has some excellent twists. The ending will leave you screaming. Will leave you screaming. Song number 2 is Treasure. In Treasure, the lyrics are talking about, you know, a treasure calling to them, and about no one being able to stop them, and them going to a faraway place, and how they're not going alone, they're going as a group. And this, my friends, this is the song that had me like, huh, I stan. Anyway, for Treasure, I picked Shadow of the Fox by Julie Kagawa. I know you guys probably think this is a bit of an odd choice because treasure should mean, you know, pirates, but I was listening to the song and I was looking at my shelves trying to see which book my eye was drawn to and which book I felt fit with the song, and Shadow of the Fox jumped out at me, and I couldn't find a book that I liked as a better fit, to be honest. Shadow of the Fox has an epic quest in order to find a piece of a scroll that, when combined with the other pieces of the scroll, will end up with you being granted a wish by the great Kami dragon. It has very, very old school quest vibes, got very rich storytelling and a really rich and vivid setting, and you can really sink into it. And our little 2 characters become 3, and then they become 4 throughout the course of that quest, and their group expands. And I just feel like the epic chorus of the song matches the book and the epic quest vibes. In Shadow of the Fox, every millennium, whoever holds the scroll of 1,000 prayers gets to summon the great Kami dragon and have 1 wish granted. That time is swiftly rolling round again, except now the scroll has been divided into different pieces, and there are dark forces searching for them, but they aren't the only ones. Yumiko is a half kitsune. She has been raised her entire life at this temple, and she finds herself on the run with a piece of the scroll when demons attack the temple, burn it to the ground, and kill everyone else. She bumps into Tatsumi, who is a samurai of the Shadow Clan, and he is under orders to get his hands on that piece of the scroll and kill anyone who gets in his way if he has to. Yumiko lies to him about the location of the scroll that she has secreted away on her person in order to get him to escort her safely to the temple that has another piece of the scroll so she can warn them about what's coming. There's an army of demons, we have a slow burn romance, an uneasy alliance, a growing group of interesting characters that we get to know, and a demon sword that Tatsumi struggles to control. And seriously epic old school quest vibes. Song number 3 is Stay, and the lyrics are talking about, you know, wanting someone to stay by your side and wanting to go together everywhere. And honestly, I feel like this song has a really upbeat, summery kind of vibe, and I can really picture lying on the beach listening to it. So, you know, I couldn't not pick another piratey book. I tried, okay? I tried. I picked Daughter of the Siren Queen by Trisha Levenseller. I opted for this book because I feel like it not only fits the vibe with its setting, but I feel like it fits Alosa and Raiden. She wanted him to stay with her on the pirate ship. He helps her with her issue. If you've read the books, you know what issue I'm talking about. Don't want to spoil it for everyone else because this is a sequel. It's the sequel to Daughter of the Pirate King. But he sticks by her and he sticks by her decisions and he does whatever she asks him to. Plus, like I said, I feel the vibe of the song fits a piratey book, and this is one of the lighter piratey books that I have on my shelves. Plus, you know, it's got sirens and a treasure map and a race to find said treasure and badass female pirates. In this sequel to Daughter of the Pirate King, Alosa has now acquired all of the pieces of the map that lead to a legendary treasure. But when a secret her father has kept for years is exposed, instead of working with him to find the treasure, she and her crew of mostly badass female ladies, with a couple of guys in there, find themselves in a deadly race with the feared Pirate King to get to the treasure first. The next song is Twilight, and as you guys know, Twilight has a couple of different meanings. It could mean twilight as in after sunset, soft glowing light, not quite dark yet. Or it could mean a gradual decline, kind of twilight, ambiguity, that kind of thing. Couple of different meanings. The song is talking about twilight in association with that feelings for someone, so I chose to focus on the whole inexactness, uncertainty kind of thing when it comes to Twilight, and I picked To Kill a Kingdom by Alexandra Christo. This is still a bit of a reach though. I feel like I had to pick a pirate book, or a book that was at least to do with the sea, to match with the vibes of the song, so here we are again. But more importantly, I do actually feel like Elian and Lyra fit the song to a certain extent. Their relationship kind of builds up over the course of the book. Neither of them are really sure of what they're feeling. They don't really realise what they're feeling, or they don't acknowledge it, but there's a lot of uncertainty to their relationship as it builds up, and then there's even more uncertainty because of what Lyra is. Plus there's the issues they have with trusting each other as well, so I do feel like Twilight, in the context of uncertainty and ambiguity, fits with these two. Lyra is Siren's royalty. She is the most lethal of all of them, and she is revered across the seas until a twist of fate results in her killing one of her own. Her mother, the sea witch, punishes her by turning her into the thing that she hates most, a human. She's been robbed of her song, and she has until the winter solstice to deliver Prince Elian's heart to the Sea Queen, or she will remain a human forever. Then we have Prince Elian. Hunting sirens is his hobby, and he loves the ocean. He feels more at home there than he does in the palace that is his actual home. When he rescues a drowning woman in the ocean, she is more than she appears to be, and she promises to help him find the key to destroying siren kind for good. But can he trust her? Next up is Say My Name. As much as I love Pirate King and Treasure, I think this might be my favourite Ateez song, because seriously you guys, I have not gotten tired of it yet. I lost count of how many times I have hit replay on this. As you're watching this on April the 3rd, I am probably losing my shit to this song right about now, with beer in one hand, phone in the other, recording it. Anyway, the song is about, you know, saying their name. It's like, call my name, I'll be there kind of thing. I wanted to pair so many books with this song because this song is freaking epic, and it has such an epic vibe to it, and there are so many books that are equally as epic, but I couldn't pair them just on vibes alone. I had to match them up a bit more than that, because otherwise you can bet your ass this would have been a Six of Crows pairing. I could seriously picture a fan-made music video of my Six of Crows babies with this song. Anyway, this one was really hard for me to pick a book for, but I ended up picking King of Scars by Lee Bardugo, and I know this might initially seem like a reach, but let me explain my reasoning to you. In King of Scars, Nikolai has this little dark alter ego thing going on with him, and in the music video for this, the boys too have dark little alter egos as well. But more importantly, I really really feel like the whole "please don't let me go" and "I believe in me when you say my name" parts and Nikolai speaking to Zoya. And of course we do actually have a moment in the book when Nikolai is in the midst of his alter ego and Zoya is calling his name to try and get through to him. I also really feel like the book fits the epic vibe to the song and the way it builds up to the "I believe in me" moment, because we have characters overcoming things and building up to the shit really hitting the fan at the end. Look, I just immediately felt like this fit with Nikolai and King of Scars no matter how much of a reach it was, okay? King of Scars is about Nikolai, who we met way back in the Grisha trilogy. You might remember him, he was a privateer. He is battling with the darkness within himself, but he has enemies gathering at his weakened borders. He has to find a way to fill Ravka's coffers and forge new alliances, as well as stop the rising threat to the once great Grisha army. With the help of a young monk and a legendary Grisha squalor. Know that it killed me inside to say young monk happily. Know that. He will journey to places in Ravka where the deepest magic survives in order to vanquish the dark legacy within him. The next song on my list is Hala Hala, which is, you know, hearts awakened, live alive. In this song there is a lot of talk of making the new me and a growing flashing light deep in their heart and deep in their soul. So to my interpretation they are talking about change and people changing. So I picked Blood Witch by Susan Dennard. This is the third book in the Witchland series and this one focuses a bit more on Aedwan than the rest of the characters. We all know he has come a long way since we first met him in Truth Witch, and it is this book that sees him kind of really coming to terms with how much he's changed and who and what he really wants to be. And I really feel like the song not only fits him but also fits the book too, because it kind of starts out quite calm and steady before descending into the utter madness that is the end of this book. Plus there's lots of fire in this book. Reaching, still reaching. Like I said, Blood Witch is the third book in the Witchland series and I can't really say much about it without spoiling it, you know? But it's basically about a land that's been pretty chill for 19 years because there's this treaty in place, but the treaty is about to be broken, and we follow Safi and Isolde, who are two witches. One is a super rare truth witch who can discern truth from lie. One is a thread witch, but there is more to her power. Safi and Isolde are on the run from Aedwan, the Blood Witch. Safi is also hiding her power because loads of people will use her in the struggle between the empires, and they run into Merrick and form an alliance with him. He is a wind witch and he's going to help them in exchange for their help with his kingdom's little problem. And that is a terrible explanation. Terrible. The next song is Light, and Light talks about, you know, lighting up the darkness, looking at each other in the night sky, and starlight's mentioned, along with the dark night being lifted when they look at each other. And this book, I'm sorry, but it just freaking screamed face sand at me. But obviously, you know, A Court of Mist and Fury and A Court of War and Ruin are quite emotionally heavy books, and so they didn't really fit with the vibe of the song. Although I guess the Starfall scene does kind of fit with this song, but I read that book literally a century ago and goldfish brain. Can't remember all the details. Anyway, I found a solution, and that solution is A Court of Frost and Starlight by Sarah J Maas. It's got Feyre and Rhysand in it, it's got cute fluffy face sand moments, and it's just generally fluffy and light. This is a novella, it's set post A Court of War and Ruin. They are rebuilding, but we are mainly hanging with the characters during winter solstice, and it gives you some great closure with Feyre and Rhysand. That is it. It's not that deep. Finally, we have Promise. This song has such great lyrics, okay? It's about lighting up each other's dark times, protecting each other's backs, helping each other through the dark times, and protecting them and caring for them. And I just love the lyrics for this song, okay? And I also really love the upbeat vibe, so it's a perfect song to end on, really. Okay, so this might be an odd choice, but I picked Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon because I do feel like this song fits with Eid and Sabran. Eid spends so much time protecting Sabran and having her back and being there for her. They support each other, and Eid really helps her through some super dark times, and Sabran is there for Eid as well, and oh my god, I just love them, okay? I love them. But yeah, I really do feel like this song fits with Eid and Sabran as much as it might not necessarily fit with the book as a whole, especially the whole "someday we'll get there, the place where the flowers bloom and swallow the darkness, and remember these words I say, I won't let go of your hand, I promise you." Those lyrics I particularly feel fit with Eid and Sabran, and I don't know, I thought about it a lot and I was just like, it's a bit upbeat. But yeah, Eid and Sabran. Priory of the Orange Tree is about an evil dragon that was locked away in the abyss 1,000 years ago, and he is kept locked in place by the Berethnet bloodline. But unfortunately his minions are stirring and Queen Sabran Berethnet does not have an heir. And you know, there's also some assassins trying to kill her. But luckily she has Ateez secretly protecting her. Meanwhile, Tane is about to achieve her dream of becoming a dragon rider, but one decision could completely screw it all up for her. Evil is stirring again, but the East and West are divided over their opinions of dragons, but they are gonna have to work together. Oh, ow, that hurt. That actually hurt. Ow. Okay. Don't lift that book one-handed again. It did also occur to me that this song could fit platonically with Safi and Isolde as well, but I have already mentioned that series in this video. So that has been my Ateez song tag. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I tried really, really hard with this one, okay guys? Really, really hard. Feel free to let me know down below if you have any pairings of books to go with these songs. I will link Ateez down below so you can check them out if you haven't already. I will also link all of my social media down below as well. For more similar content, feel free to hit that subscribe button and I will see you guys next video.